Hey everybody, Greg Rice from Nexus Property Management here today from our franchise division to go over our opportunity. I explained it to so many people on the phone, hours and hours. I said, why don't I make a video talking about this stuff? And I brought my first in command, the dog father herself, Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi actually has a license to carry in all 50 states, and she's never submitted an application. I don't know how she does it. Something about she bites off the serial number. I don't know. But I bring her just in case things get hot and heavy. Because it's a dog-eat-dog world. Tough crowd. Anyways, so the franchise. When you get into this business and when people call me, they usually have no experience. They call and they say, I'm looking to start my own business. I came across this. What can you tell me about it? Well, I can tell you a lot. But when I get that type of call, it shows me that people are hoping that you guide them in the proper direction and hope that you're honest and properly incentivizing things. But what I found from our competitors, and I wouldn't even call them competitors because it's not, we don't even look at it like we're in our own league. It's not, we don't compare ourselves up. We're not the same. We're different. Yes, we manage property, but the way we do it, our philosophy, our structure, totally different. So what you'll find with us is the leanest and meanest operation. We have 5 fees. And I don't even like the word fee, but what are you going to say? Costs? You can't sugarcoat shit, right? It costs money to operate this business. But we have just 5. Number 1, our franchise fee, which is way too low. I've been saying it for years. It's only $25,000. You're paying $25,000 for over a decade's worth of knowledge and experience and rights and wrongs and trials and tribulations and this and that. That whole filtering process to give you this perfectly polished product costs $25,000. Give me a break. Damn. It should be double that. And our competitors are charging double. Real Property Management, PMI, all these companies, they're almost up to $100,000 for their franchise fee, and we're just a measly $25,000. So I'll leave that there. All right, I'm not the boss. I just work here. The second thing, the third thing, and the fourth thing are your royalties. Okay, so the royalties are based on your revenue, based on your production. Our competitors, such as PMI, for example, they charge you a minimum royalty that's equivalent to roughly 50 units under management from day one. So to get to 50 units, that's not easy. And you're going to be paying that royalty as if you had the 50 units from day uno. Numero uno. Hey, you owe us. Where's the money? Where's the money? Is that how you start off a relationship? No, that's not how you do it. That shows me that we're adversarial. We're competing. We're not arm around, incentivized correctly as a team that moves forward. So all right, I digress, but it's important that you know this. Our first royalty is our property management royalty. It's 6%. 6% of whatever management fees or leasing fees that you earn. So simple example, you collect a rent for $1,000. You charge your client in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 8%. You just made $80. You owe Nexus 6% of the 80, not 6% of the 1,000. 6% of the 80, you owe us $4.80. And you keep the remainder. The $75.20 is yours. So very small. And again, only when you get paid. It's a percentage of your production. That's what a royalty is, a percentage of your production. So if you do this much, you owe that much. If you do this much, you owe that much. Couldn't be any more simple and transparent. Okay? Same thing goes for the leasing fee. You rent out an apartment for $1,000, you owe us $60. You keep $940. Pretty damn good. Okay? So that's the property management. The next one is your maintenance. Maintenance is 2%. 2% of whatever you charge your customers. So you unclog a toilet, say $100. You owe us $2. $2. You keep 98. Beautiful. The final one is called our system advertising royalty, and this is pretty standard amongst any franchise. Okay, Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, doesn't matter. It's 1%. 1% of your property management, 1% of your maintenance. And this is used to benefit the franchise model as a whole and not one office specifically. So maybe we do a national ad campaign, maybe we upgrade the website or the software, things that are going to benefit all the Nexus community as a whole, right? So that's what system advertising is for. So it's 6, 2, and 1%. Put it up. Property management, maintenance, system advertising. 6, 2, and 1. Or simply put, 7 and 3. Lean and mean. That's it. Those are your royalties. The final cost is your software. $8. Too low. $8 per month per unit. Doesn't get any better than that. So you start, you have 0 units under management, you have a $0 software bill. You pick up your first house, you got 1, now you owe us $8. $8 for software? Where are you getting that? Nowhere. And this is the most complex, comprehensive software. It takes the place of hiring individual people and clerical workers. It's worth its weight in gold. It is the best. And it's never been wrong. I thought it's been wrong before. I'll say to Nick, the software made a mistake. He's like, the software is undefeated, reigning champion. It's never wrong. And you're getting that for $8 a month. Okay, and it's customized specifically for our business. So you have Nexus front office and Nexus back office. Your leasing, your maintenance, your billing all in the front. And then your invoicing, your materials tracking, your pay time off, all that in the back. So you have the best of both worlds, $8 a month. $8 a month. That's it. That's all you're going to pay for. It doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't. Our competition, I mentioned the minimum royalty fee. They also have a mandatory advertising spend. Some of them it's $2-3 grand a month that you're forced to spend. We're spending that on our own. We're doing national ad campaigns. We're doing your SEO, your AdWords, your pay-per-click. We're doing your advertising as far as blog writing, video production, and content such as this. We're doing that. We've already built the website. The host website's over a decade old. Google, ChatGPT, they love it because it's proven and the content surrounds our business and it's verified and validated that what we do is something we're passionate about. So if you go on ChatGPT and do this right and put this up on the screen, what is the best property management company in Rhode Island? So we're doing all this back of the house stuff, you can say, that's building our reputation online and building that slow but big tidal wave. And that's what most businesses don't do. They don't have time to do that. They don't make a blog. I'm going to write a blog. I'm going to do that. People don't want to do that. We do that for you. But these other franchises, they're forcing you to spend money on that type of thing. And it's like, might as well do it for yourself. Why are you buying somebody else's business to pay to advertise that? It's just backwards. So you're not doing that with us. And another thing they'll charge is audit fees. So every month they'll come in and audit your accounts and charge you to look at your stuff. And it's just on and on, ticky-tack stuff. Renewal fees. They'll also charge you more for specific territories, right? You have a denser area or a better area. They're going to charge you more on your franchise fee, perhaps, for that better area. And it's just, you're doing an extension of your agreement. They're going to charge. It's just anywhere you move, whack, 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 whack. And it doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. Why would it? It doesn't feel good at all. So we've set this up, and it's just very skeletal, we can say. It's just the bare bones. Because we're not here, this isn't a money-making operation as far as like we're getting rich and sitting on Tahiti. It's not happening like that. This is something that we know is a slow churning wheel, and it's a lifestyle. Purpose, passion, and pride for us. So we do this because we love it. It's our life. Our lifestyle revolves around it. So it's not this quick hit 'em, let's make all this cash and let's open a bunch of offices, which we don't do. We're very small. We're very niche. We're very particular about who we do business with because we don't want the headaches. We don't want the drama. No drama. Drama-free zone over here. If somebody calls me and they're giving me, that's the last time they ever hear from me. We get to pick who we want to do business with. You're not entitled to our company, all right? So a lot of people, they don't even know. They call and they disqualify themselves instantly just by the way they're posturing and the way that they're approaching a situation. And if you look at our offices, Jesse Mayo, you look at Christina, you look at Angela, you look at Mick, okay? All these people are so receptive, so intelligent, so humble, so understanding, and that's why we've given them the opportunity. And all of them are taking it and running with it in their own ways. So you reward us with good behavior and the right mindset, and we reward you with a lottery ticket for your life, for your family, for your legacy. And it's a beautiful exchange. It's the best. Okay? We have no nonsense, no assholes allowed. Asshole-free zone. That's what the Nexus franchise is. And, I've talked to a lot of good people, and some of them, it's a heavy lift. I mean, it takes a while to get the wheels churning. 1 year, 2 years, and you're finally kind of getting your sea legs. But a lot of people want something that's turning quicker than that, and I understand that. And this business is not that. So don't let me fool you. This isn't a turn on the lights, here comes all the rent checks. You got to build that up. That definitely comes in time, but once you get it rolling, it's such a beautiful. And think about Titanic when it's off the coast of Ireland and down in the engine room. See if we can get some footage of this, where those massive pistons were starting to pick up speed, and then you're cruising, and then you hit an iceberg and you drown and everybody dies. That's how the business works. I'm kidding. What can I say other than thank you for listening? And I just want to make something quick just to hit the points and just to let you know where we're coming from and our mindset. And we appreciate everybody that does reach out. And, we try to stay in our lane. And there's plenty of room for these other companies. Let's be honest. We're not a fit for everybody. And that's what's beautiful about real estate is it kind of gives everybody their own artistic license to do things how they want. And it's hard to find that in business, but real estate offers that. So if you don't end up in property management, I highly recommend real estate in some regard because you can make it your own and you can build it and structure it however you want. And that's the beauty of it. And that will always be the case. And we can never be replaced by AI or bots or virtual. It can't happen. It's a physical, ground up business in all ways. And it requires relationships, it requires dedication, and there's no shortcut to this success, okay? So once again, Greg Rice from Nexus Property Management, your property and your property management franchise managed.